5, 4, 3, 2.
Yo, this your boy 45. True Story, the podcast. I got one of my great friends with me today. This brother has been helping me tremendously throughout the last 7 years since we met. So it's only right to he be one of the first people I bring on the platform because like I said he done put me on to so much game and opportunities. It's only right that I extend the same love back to him. Hopefully you guys get a lot of meaningful information from this interview. So without further ado, Joe Boyd.
What's going on, y'all? What's good? Appreciate that intro.
110%.
That shit was lovely as hell.
I'm working on it. You got me kind of nervous and shit.
Yeah, see, that shit work. It's all good though.
Yeah.
Joe Boyd. I work for Atlantic.
Atlantic what?
Atlantic Records.
Atlantic Records.
I do a little thing called music videos from time to time.
Okay.
For a few little well-known artists and some unknown artists.
Man. You being humble. You being humble.
I'll be chilling, man. I like being behind the camera.
110%.
So it's all good.
Hell yeah. So we just get right into it.
Okay.
2014, I think, is when we first crossed paths. I believe. I think it was 2014. I had got an internship at Atlantic Records by the grace of God, because, anybody know I'm from Poughkeepsie, New York.
Amen.
Where I'm from Poughkeepsie, New York. So, even pulling that off was a dream come true. So, getting in the building was the greatest thing that ever happened, to my life. And I'm pretty sure you kind of feel the same way. But 2014, that's where it all started. Tell me how you got in the building, and I probably mention how I got in the building.
I mean, it's kind of crazy. I'm trying not to be too long-winded. So I was a intern as well. So I was going to school for business and finance.
What school you go to?
I went to 3 schools. So I went to Virginia Union first.
Oh, I went to VCU.
Oh, word?
Yeah,
down the block.
For a second, yeah.
Down the block.
I always heard about VU. I ain't never see it, though.
It would be VCU students that be down the block, never heard of us.
That's a fact, yeah.
We'd be in the cut.
Yo, Virginia Union is a hood. Swear to God.
No bullshit.
That shit is
Look outside my dorm room is literally the projects. That shit was in the hood, for real. So, I went there first. Didn't know it was a school of theology, so I got there. Everybody trying to be a preacher, and that wasn't what I was trying to do. So I ain't know that. Okay. Then my best friend, she was going to Norfolk State.
Oh, okay.
The following year, so I transferred out.
So you went to Norfolk too?
Yeah, went to Norfolk State after that.
Norfolk is so lit.
Yeah, and it's getting better now. They adding more shit.
I wish if I go back, I would have went to Norfolk.
Yeah, it was. It was definitely.
That shit was.
It was definitely a whole mood. I was there for a year and a half.
That's crazy.
But tuition was beating my ass. Came back, finished school at Brooklyn College.
Okay.
And how I got involved with Warner, Atlantic, Warner as a whole.
Yep.
I quit my old job because my job was trash. I hope they don't watch this shit later.
What job was that?
I was giving interviews in the damn mall. Clipboards. People yo, you want to watch this movie and get $2? Yeah, watch this commercial, get $2. I was doing that.
Yeah.
So I'm walking through the mall with a clipboard, and if I see my people, I just toss the clipboard to the side.
Facts.
Act like I was just walking through the mall too. So I was doing that for a minute. I just got tired of doing that, so I legit quit to try and intern for free. I ain't had no type of experience or nothing like that. Went to school for business, finance and management. Got a call randomly. I applied to all 3 majors, Sony, Warner, Universal. Only Warner hit me back. It was hey, somebody fell out from my internship. Do you mind, or do you want to do this?
Yeah. Do
you need to come and see the building? I'm I don't need to see nothing. I'll take it.
Facts.
Right? So I pulled up first day. I'm in a 3-piece suit. That's what I'm thinking that they want.
Yeah.
I'm in a whole 3-piece suit, and my supervisor called me to the side. He's yo, you don't got to wear that.
That's a fact.
Don't come into the office with that again. So I'm all right, bet. But mind you, I'm in royalties because that's the only thing that fit my major at the time. So I'm in royalties. Did that for
Is that where you applied, for that?
Yeah, I applied for it because I felt that was the only thing that could go with my major.
Okay.
That could actually let me in the building. So I did that. At this point, I'm getting to see what people actually making for real.
Yeah.
Especially these old time artists for what they wrote back in the day.
Okay.
And they getting big checks still.
That's crazy.
To that point. So it was I did that.
And you got to see that as an intern?
Yeah, as an intern, because I had to go through them big-ass Xerox boxes and go through and make sure numbers matched up.
Yep.
Code it in there, make sure it's the amount of money they're getting from each country is matching up to what we have.
That's crazy.
On paper.
Okay.
So I did that for 2 semesters. Then I had to mind you, like while I was interning, I was popping up to every event. So any event that Atlantic threw that I knew about, I popped up to that. Any event that any of the small other labels had, I popped up to the point where HR was like, "Yo, Joe, you here again?"
Yeah.
So it's like, kept doing that. And after 2 semesters interning, like I had a real convo with HR, and I'm just like, "Yo, I can't do this free shit no more. Like I need something. Like I quit my job to do this."
Yeah.
So they was like,
"Yo, so tell me about the intern grind. Like how fucked up was you?"
Yo, I was down bad. I was down bad.
People don't understand that shit is like, and then you in the industry, so you trying to, like you said, go to the events. Like, you gotta kind of.
I'm going to like no lie. I'm going to events and I'm like just fronting at this point.
Yeah.
Because the old Warner badge had like a red bar if you weren't an employee. Not everybody knew that though. What it meant.
Yeah.
So
okay.
like, I'm popping out to different events. I'm like, yo, I work for Warner. What you mean I can't get in?
Yeah.
So I'm pulling that. And matter of fact, around that time, the Barclays Center opened up.
Okay.
You know, Jay had them like 5 nights in a row.
Facts.
At a concert. So I get a ticket. Me and my homegirl who actually worked for Warner, we go in, and I'm just thinking to myself, we got some nosebleed seats. I'm like, nah. I intern in the industry. There's no way I'm supposed to be sitting up here.
Yeah, that's a fact.
So I'm just like, we go down to the suite level. Mind you, the damn stadium just opened up, so we just in here lying. I'm like, yo, where's the Warner suite? Where's the Atlantic suite? And the person working there, they brand new too, so they don't know. I'm just like, yo, this is unacceptable. Like, why am I sitting in the nosebleeds when my company own a whole suite in here? I'm just lying at this point. I don't know if this shit exists or not. Yeah. So at this point, we're in the suite level. They just like, you know what? Here's just a general section. Just stay in this section here. So we on the suite level.
Yeah.
I'm lying, talking about I work for this and that.
Finessing this shit
But
out.
I got in there. Then I had a homegirl who worked in there too, just in case everything goes wrong.
Yeah.
But it got to a point where we were just standing there for a second as they talking to their supervisor. Like, yeah, he said he works for Warner, and they have a suite in here, but I don't know where it's at. And they just talking quietly for a second. I'm like, damn, I'm thinking to myself, yeah, we about to get the boot. They about to kick us all the way out of here. But then they let us in. I was like, yeah, you just stay in this general area right here. It's like a whole suite level. It's like,
hey, yo,
just chill here. It was good.
FYI, y'all, this is a Brooklyn nigga you talking to. So don't be surprised. Don't try this shit if you ain't from Brooklyn.
Yeah, don't try this shit. You gotta know how to keep a straight
Brooklyn
face.
Niggas got a different finesse. I think Brooklyn niggas started that. You know that shit that they do in Miami, like with the bottle caps. I think. You know, where they move it around, like they be
yeah.
I think a Brooklyn niggas came up with that shit.
I believe it. It's like you just gotta know to keep a straight face no matter what. Like that shit look like it's about to go in shambles for me in a second. It's like, yo, if they come back and say there's no suite, you're lying. It's over for us.
Facts.
We out of here. We missing the whole show at this point.
Yeah.
So they just come back. They let us go chill, and I think they knew we was bullshitting. Probably just like, you know, we don't even got time. That shit just opened up.
Facts.
Just go stay over here. So he's like, all right, bet, cool. So but yeah, back to like me getting in with the intern grind, right? So at this point, like I talked to HR after 2 semesters. I'm like, yo, I can't do this free shit for much longer. Like I got shit to pay, even though it's just like cell phone bill. I would like some money in my hand without having to ask my moms and my pops for no bread. So like 2 weeks later, they called me back. Hey, so something just opened up. It's a temp position in facilities. I was like, I'll take it. Like I'm still in the building. It's not what I want to do exactly, but I'm still in the building at this point.
Yep.
So like I get in there, and at this point, I'm just like, I'm covering all the receptionists when they go to lunch.
Okay.
So like I'm dealing with every label now. So I'm with Warner Brothers, with Atlantic, with the corporate side.
I never knew that. I thought you just dealt with the you know.
Yeah, so I was doing reception.
Okay.
So at this point, like I'm on like the executive floor, and this is when we had multiple buildings at the time.
Okay.
So like I'm on the executive floor, but like the head of like Warner Music as a whole is working at the point. He's working there, like all of like the CFOs, different people for the entire company, not just Atlantic, the entire company is working there. So I got cool with them. They know me by name.
Yep.
Then I go do reception for Atlantic. Staff know me over there. I do Warner Brothers floor. They know me by name. So at this point, people's down and like give me an interview when I want to interview because like, oh, that's Joe.
Yep.
We already know he don't really want to be doing this part of the industry shit. So we'll give him the interview even if he not fit for the position. We'll see. We'll see what's up. So did that, held that shit down for like 2.5 years. Like
in facilities?
In facilities. And I seen people come and go, and it's like people come in, try to do the same shit I was doing, but get tired of waiting. But I'm a super patient dude. It's like, if I really got my mind to it, I'm going to grind it out until that shit happens.
Yo, I swear to God, every time I seen you, like you was just mad, poised, and chill.
Chilling.
Like you would think that's what he wanted to do. Like, so when I seen him transition to the next phase, I was like, like you would have never thought, like type shit.
Yeah,
So
shit was crazy.
hell yeah. So all right. So you down in building facilities?
Yeah, down in facilities. So like interviewed
years.
for 2.5 years. And mind you, the worst part about it is like part of my job was giving IDs to the new people that got hired.
Yep. Cause I would see you.
So I'd see everybody who got the job that I didn't get.
Oh,
so it's like sometimes I'll be waiting for a response, like waiting for a response to see if I got the job or not. And then I see like the list of the new hires and what their position is. I'm just like, damn. So I'm giving them their ID and shaking hands. Here you go.
Facts.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
But in my head, I'm just like,
bitch ass.
Yeah. Like, got the job I wanted. But I'm like, all right, but But most of them interviews, I just knew I was bullshitting, so I wasn't even mad.
Yep.
But then it came to like to video. And at this point, I had met like so my old bosses were like Emmanuel Cuny.
Yep.
And Phil Body, who's still like the head of the department now. Yeah, shout out to Manny for sure.
110%.
So like I had met Manny like maybe 2 years prior when I was still in facilities. And they had like a day like take your sons and daughters to work day. So I'm just like, I'm the oldest of 4, so I'm like, let me bring my little brothers to this shit to see this shit. So at that point I went to like a video workshop.
Okay.
I'm like, oh, this shit is dope. Seeing all the behind the scenes shit for videos. So I'm like, all right, cool. And me and Manny stayed in contact. Like every now and then we say what's up or whatever like that. If we pass in the hallway, I'll say what's up.
Yep.
I tried to like, and she always told me from jump, like if you want to be on set or if you want to come on set, just like let her know. And she'll let me know if anything was shooting in New York and I was available and I was around. But like, you know when people tell you that shit, and you just too scared to follow up.
Yep.
So like I never really followed up.
All people be bullshitting. Like they really don't want you. Like you know how people be like, yo, you know, if you need anything, call me.
Hit me.
They really don't want you to call them. Type shit. So I know the feeling.
But Manny held it down though.
Nah, 110%.
Like I didn't actually get to go to a set while during that point because like shit just doesn't really shoot in New York.
Yep.
Plus, like I said, I was too like timid to really hit her up on some like, yo,
Yep.
Can I come to set or is there anything shooting in New York? So the video shit come around. So I think I sent her an email like, hey, I'm interviewing for this. And then Marcos, matter of fact, like he was like in HR. Me and him, I used to sit right out his office.
Okay. In
one of the old buildings. And he already knew like Joe don't want to be in facilities forever.
Facts.
Like, so when I told him like, yo, I'm trying to apply for this, we sat in his office and he let me know, all right, look.
Just say this.
Say this.
Yep.
Say that.
Yep.
They don't like this. They don't like that. Took my resume and like looked at it and went over it with me just to make sure my shit was on point.
Exactly.
And like I appreciate him for that shit. Me and him still cool to this day, right? And he's still working on Atlanta. He's just in the LA side.
Okay.
He's just in LA now. So like he helped me with that shit. Got me in the interview. And then from there it's just like interview happened. I thought I did great on the interview. Right? I ain't gonna lie to you. Like,
hey yo, who'd you interview with? Phil and Emmanuel?
Yeah, I interviewed with Phil. I think Phil first. Then he brought me back to Phil and Manny. Okay. And then at this point, I'm like emailing like every other week. Hey guys, just following up.
Yeah.
Just checking
but
in.
at that point in time, remember we was changing buildings.
Yeah.
Too, at the same time, we was moving from Broadway.
Exactly to 1633.
Yeah.
So like there was a lot of shit that was going on that was just like hindering real answers and shit like that. But I still felt good because I'm like nobody's been hired yet. Yep. It's still open. He's still interviewing. So I'm like, this might be real. Then my homegirl tells me she just interviewed for a spot at Atlantic. I'm just like, all right, what position?
Yeah.
She's like, video assistant. I'm like, what? With who? She told me who. I'm just like, oh shit, I think we both up for the same spot. So I'm like, then I heard that she did a good job too. So like now at this point, I'm thinking, all right, it's between me and her. Then Phil hits me. He's like, hey, can you come to my office at around 2 or some shit like that, right? So I'm just like, oh boy, go to his office.
You think like he gonna lay it on you nice, like
yeah,
man, listen,
yeah, like
you know,
you
it
did
ain't work
great,
out,
but
like
next time keep hope alive type shit, right? So I'm just like, I bet I go to his office. Now I'm waiting. Then whatever it was like, some emergency popped up where he had to get on a call or go to some meeting, I think. So he left. So now I'm just like, damn, I still don't know the answer yet. So then I'm just chilling at my desk now, down back on facilities. He hits me like, hey, are you available now? Can you come to my office? It's like 5 o'clock. I'm like, all right, bet. I go to his office. He in there talking. And you know when people just give you the runaround for a little bit? Yeah. He talking like, I swear he was talking nothing for like 10 minutes. I felt like Phil wasn't saying shit for 10 minutes. So like in my head, I'm just hearing the Charlie Brown want shit. Yeah. And I'm thinking,
just waiting for the denial letter.
Just waiting for the denial shit. And he's like, yeah, and we'd love to have you. And I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah.
So when I heard that part, we'd love to have you, I'm like, yeah.
It's on. All right, so this is production assistant, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so give me a little bit about like what that entailed, what that like workload was like.
So mainly for that, why I think like it kind of worked out, and they were down to take a chance on me. I didn't go to school for film at all.
Yep.
Had no video experience, but at the same time, in facilities, I was doing a lot of admin shit, which is really what the job was.
Yep.
It was like booking flights for my bosses, booking flights for artists, staying top of emails, scheduling different things, and like I'm just pretty good at that type of shit. I'm kind of detailed.
Yep.
So like I was just always good with that shit. So it just worked out well. I think the first video I was involved in when I got hired was for like Fast and the Furious.
Oh yeah.
It was like a song with Wale.
That was
Wale,
LA one.
YG. Was Wiz on that song too?
Nah, it was YG, Wale. What's the kid?
Kid Ink.
Kid Ink. Yeah, Kid Ink. And Tiger.
Tiger, yeah.
Tiger's on it.
So that, mind you, I'm trying to do travel for 4 different artists. I think we missing one artist too. There was one more person on that song, I think.
Wale.
But I'm doing
That's the one they did in the desert.
In the desert.
Cause I was out there for that one. Yeah.
So it's like
I got to go for that one.
I'm doing travel for all these people, and like making sure everything's good. Everybody gets on their flight and this and that. It's like late hours, like early mornings, getting up to make sure they get up and hitting manager like, yo, is your artist up? Like they got to be on this flight at this time. Blah blah blah.
Remember Tiger wanted a bus.
Yeah, he wanted a bus. I think he wanted a helicopter too at one point.
That nigga Tiger had a fucking tour bus. But mind you, he live in L.A. where he want a bus.
He want a bus to bring him. So it's like, yo. So dealing with all that shit. And it's like I did that shit with no issues. I had no issues. All the artists got on their planes, whatever they needed to. I think we had to do like a quick pickup shot for YG too, because he landed in LA. He was doing some shit, landed. They had to go shoot him real quick just so he could go and catch his flight. So I think he was just on a layover and got the shit done.
That's crazy.
So like that's the type of shit. It's just like, and then I'm just pretty good under pressure.
Yep.
I don't stress about shit.
Yeah.
Like I keep it real. I don't even want to say monotone, but like I'm just pretty level headed in general.
Yeah.
So it's like if shit is even going wrong, you're not really gonna know from my face that everything's going haywire. So I think that's what helped me.
Emmanuel. So, you worked under Emmanuel. Shout out to Emmanuel. Like, she's the one who provided me my opportunity. And once again, provided Joe his opportunity. Emmanuel, a little backstory, a little bit from what I know. She interned for Rockefeller when they kind of was hot.
Yeah.
Like, she interned for Rockefeller. Came up pretty much under Dame Dash, under his tutelage, and then, stepped out on her own into video, and, she been blazing trails for and opening doors for people like me and Joe ever since. So tell me about working under Emmanuel. Like, she's like a legend. Like, I mean, a lot of people don't know who she is, and hopefully we could get on the podcast. But like a super living legend,
legend for real. Like
been around. She knows everybody. Like everybody knows her.
Like no bullshit. Like I swear, every time me and Manny end up in a city somewhere, she knows somebody. Like somebody will could just walk the street. And somebody like pull up. Manny, that's you. And
she speak to everybody.
Speak to everybody.
She speaks to everybody. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, shit is just dope. And then she'll put me in contact like with whoever. So like if something is needed, like if she meets somebody. So we was in Miami. I forget what we were shooting. We was in Miami shooting something, and we walking down and she running into somebody she cool with from I think like Philly. So she legit like introduced me and then put me on text with them like, yo, anytime you're in Philly, hit this person up and take care of you. Yeah. And it's like it's legit.
Facts.
It's like she know damn near everybody.
She know everybody. That's just crazy. So tell me about how it was like working under her. Like,
working under Manny,
what did you gain from that? Like from like that experience.
Working under Manny was dope because she'll let me also give my opinion on shit. Yeah. Even if it's completely different from what she think. It's like that's what I fuck with. She'll like look at you like, yo, bro. Like, why would you even think this? Like, for real, why would you think this? But if you can give a reason, she'll respect it.
Facts.
So it's like, even if you completely on different pages,
she'll give you a shot.
I would still be on some like, yo, but I thought this was dope. Yeah. She might think it's trash. Yep. But if I think it's personally dope, it's just like, I'm backing up my theory, like why I think it's dope. Like, I thought this shot was cool. She might have thought it was trash, or vice versa. And like, she respect the opinion. So it's like, having a boss like that would let you like, yo, Joe, what you think about this?
Especially when you coming in with no experience.
No experience. Like who am I to tell somebody or give my opinion on some shit? And I have no experience. I ain't been doing this shit. Like I had directors even look at me sometimes when I'm on set. This after the fact. Yo, Joe, how long you been? I remember one director specifically. I ain't gonna give his name. Yeah. I'm like, how long you been doing this? I'm just like, it's about 3 years. When I
a Brooklyn nigga.
This nigga shook his head and like turned and looked off to the sky. It's like one of the moments where he just wants to be like, this nigga, what?
Yeah.
Like, I've been doing this for, like, he's seasoned. So he's been doing this shit forever. He's like, you know what? Normally, I don't even fuck with the commissioners. He straight up told me, I'm just like, I respect you for even saying some shit like that to my face.
Yeah.
Because he was just like, yo, why am I involved in everything at this point? He's just like, yo, I've been doing this too long to be listening to some new nigga, some young nigga.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Like, who's just getting into this. And you're trying to tell me, like, I need to do this. Or not even tell him, because that's not even how I move. But, like, I just come in and jump in, like, yo, we got to move. Like, we was dealing with, like, hella cameos, too, that day. So I was just more pressed on, like, getting it all done. So that's really where I was on his ass. Okay. And we just had, like, a real convo, like, towards the end of the night. He's like, yo, how long you been doing this? I said 3 years. And he just, like, just looked off. I was like, this nigga. Like, I
like
really
he
been,
know him, like
I don't even got to, like, get off my set. That was the type of vibe I got. It's like, but But also, like, if they know, like, I came up on the Manny, which has helped me a lot.
Facts. Too. Oh, my God.
Like, I tell you the different type of level of respect, too. Like, I get
you could drop her name and, like, like, they don't want no smoke with her.
Exactly. And one thing she did for me, too, is, like, even when I was an assistant, at one point, like, people weren't really responding to me a certain way unless she chimed in on the email, like, hey, this is Joe. This is my assistant, or he works in my department. Then they'll be like, oh, Manny co-signing? Yeah, then I get a response. She even told me at one point, like, take the assistant out of my signature. Just put video production. Just leave it at video production. That way I get a little bit more respect. Like, they're not thinking, like, I'm just an assistant. Key. Yeah, I'm just an assistant. I'm just a flunky or whatever, blah, blah. So, like, yeah, shit like that. She'll put me on text with certain people. I'm just like, yo, I'm really on text with this person. This shit is crazy.
Facts. She'll go to bat for you. Like, she introduced me to QP. No, not what's his name? P. From Quality Control. She introduced me to him the other day. I'm like, the fuck
crazy.
Like on some like, oh hey, this is like, hey, this is Rashad. Like he worked with me.
Man, crazy. Like we was in my first time coming to Atlanta for a job with her. Right, was for I leave the video out of it. Yeah. But Benny was directing the video, right? Benny Boom. So mind you, like Benny a whole legend, right? So I'm just like, it ain't really clicked to me in the moment who I was going to see. But like she put me on text with him. Like, yeah, Joe, just go here and give him the iPod. Because at this point, we had a song that we didn't want leaked or nothing. Yeah. So I had to bring him the iPod with the song on it. So, like, I just get in there. Like, we on text. I text him, like, yo, I'm downstairs. I'm outside or whatever. I knock on the door. He opened up the door and dap me up and shit. I'm sitting in there like, yo, I'm sitting next to Benny Boom.
That's a fact.
In this room. Like, yo, this shit is crazy. And then I leave after because we chopping it up for like a good 30 minutes or whatever. And then I leave and I'm just like, yo, I was dead ass in the room with Benny Boom, like one of these legends, just like it was nothing.
Facts.
This shit was crazy to me. Like, I'm just like, mind you, I'm not even like a video like person that does all this research, but it's certain names, you know, like like Benny Boom, like Hype Williams, and shit like that. Like certain directors who you know they name and you know like they got some fire under the belt. So it's just like, yo. Pause. That sounds a little crazy.
You good?
But yeah, so it's just like
Emmanuel name, just like like that cosign, like how important. Like matter of fact, we'll get into that later. So video production assistant, that grunt work. You said a lot of admin stuff. How did you transition into commissioning? And what is a commissioner? What does a commissioner do?
So I mean, I guess in a quick way to describe it is like a person who can take the artist's vision and help bring it to life on screen. Okay. While also overseeing every step of the way. Okay. So like from me getting the song from marketing, like, hey Joe, we have XYZ amount of money to shoot this video. I then see like directors who I think might mesh well with the artist, who might have a dope idea. And then from there, like I get the ideas in. And what I learned too from Manny is like, don't send all the treatments. And the treatments, for those who don't know, that's like the ideas that the director send in. Yep. Like a mood board or whatever you'd call it. So like what I used to do when I started.
What you mean don't send all the treatments? Like,
so let's say we get 10 treatments that come in from 10 different directors. I might personally like, let's say 7 out of the 10. But what I used to do was I would send all 10 still, like an idiot. I'd send all 10 because I'm like, all right, everybody submitted, so I'm going to just send them all, even though I only like 7. Yeah. And sure enough, when I used to do that shit, the artist would always fall in love with one of the whack ones, one of the ones I thought was whack. Yep. So it was like, I learned to stop doing that shit.
Because sometimes, like, not even like the just an artist or you know their mind. Sometimes they don't know what they want or they don't know what would look good. So it's like really like you kind of like have to like quality control it. In a sense,
you gotta reel them in sometimes
to maintain like a certain look.
Exactly, they might just like a couple pictures out of a treatment, but didn't really read the treatment itself. Didn't look at the story. Didn't read anything to see like if they actually gonna like this. They might have saw one picture on the front page. Oh, this picture's fire.
Fact.
Let's use them.
Yeah.
And then now it's like if I got to go back and tell them like, let's not do that. It's like, and that's what I was like a little timid to do before. Like now, if I really feel passionate about a treatment, I can go in and tell management like, hey, I think this is a bad move or this is not the way. Like this is better.
Facts. They're
not gonna listen to me all the time. Like they might still just want to do what they want to do if the artists want to do what they want to do. But
exactly
at this point, they'll respect me saying like, yo. All right, Joe did tell us that this one is probably not going to be great.
So when this shit don't work.
And then at the same time, it could be the other way around where it could be like, we got a fire idea from a no-name person.
Facts.
Then it's like, do we want to chance all this money? Or even if it's a little bit of money, we want to chance all this money on somebody who like has no real credentials yet?
Yeah.
But then sometimes you just take that risk. You just like, yo, this idea is fire. I just put the right team around it, and then we all hold hands, and basically we all just co-directing at this point. Got it. Just to get a good quality on screen.
So, all right. So that's the commissioner. How did you get into commissioning?
So my first,
I think I remember, but
yeah, my first artist who I was like really assigned to was Drum.
Okay, yeah, the Broccoli record.
Yeah. So that was my first one I was really assigned to, and the way that happened was just funny because I think his first, like, he was doing a video, the Caretaker video with SZA in New York at Terminal 5. So, like, we got the budget, like, maybe the day before, like, last minute stuff, because I think he was just assigned to us or whatever. Last minute or whatever. So.
You was in the office all night waiting for that shit?
I wasn't even waiting for it because we didn't even know about it. So,
okay.
Like, so it came through the next day. The person from marketing brought it down to my boss, Phil, at the time. At the time, he's still my boss.
Yeah.
And brought it down to Phil. And, like, Phil was just like, he wasn't really trying to deal with that at that time. Like, he was busy. He had other shit going on. Yeah. So I just straight up asked, like, yo, can I handle it? And he was like, all right, the budget's small enough. It's shooting in New York. Like,
it shouldn't be.
As long as I get my shit done, my work done, then cool, whatever. So I go to this, and, like, it's just a good vibe. Yeah. So at this point, when it's time for the next video, they hit me like, yo, Joe, we want to shoot this. So at this point now, that's my first.
This is Drum's team.
Yeah, Drum's team hit me. Okay. We ready to shoot this. So at this point, it's like they remembered, and marketing too. It's like, all right, Joe handled the last video. He was on set for the last video. Yeah. So I guess it's Drum commissioner now. So let's just hit him every time we ready to shoot a video. And I was lit. Like, I was down with that shit because like, at this point now I'm getting to travel. Facts. And I'm like the only assistant in the building who can travel. Facts. Which is like, I know probably like annoyed some people. It's like, yo, he getting to travel. Like, we assistants too. Like,
yo, hold on. All right. So it's when we talk about assistants in the building, you got like every department has an assistant. So video production got assistant, which is Joe. Marketing got an assistant. A&R got an assistant. Everybody got an assistant. But nobody's assistant can really move around and lead a building. The best thing like an assistant Mike could do is go to events, like industry events
in the city.
That might be the best, thing that they could do. But when you in video, especially with Emmanuel, she letting you rock. Like she like, yo, listen, we going to LA. Yeah. We going to Miami.
We gonna figure it out.
Yeah, like she's making sure like you in the building, even if you an assistant, like she never like really like pigeonhole you or put you in a corner like, oh, nah, this is all you do. Yeah. So, all right, so you like, all right, cool, I'm traveling now. It's lit.
So I'm traveling now, and it's just like, it's crazy, too, because I ended up getting like a corporate card like super fast while being an assistant. Because also, I'd be at the building man late.
American Express.
Yeah.
The gold one?
Nah, they don't give us the gold one. We get the green joints. So it's like, mind you, I got mine first because I would be in the office so late every night. I'd rather do all my work in the office. And if I leave the office and I still got to do shit, it's like minimal shit.
Yep.
So like I'd probably be leaving every night around like 12, 1 in the morning. But I enjoyed the shit. Like, it's not even, I don't even feel like I'm really doing work. Yeah. So like I take an Uber home every night. And then I just like, I think when I start asking for reimbursements, HR started seeing it like, yo, why are you getting back so much? And I was like, yo, I'm here every night. You can check the swipes, check the cameras. Like, I'm legit leaving here 12, 1 in the morning. Yeah. So it's like, you know what now? Just get a corporate card. That way you can just put your Ubers going home on this shit. Yep. And then from there I have that so I can travel now if need be.
Swiping mad food.
Yeah. Well, no.
You couldn't?
Huh?
They ain't cover
Nah,
your meal?
I mean they cover your meal if you travel for work, yeah, they cover your meals, yeah.
Okay.
And if you're working late, you get a work meal. But I never really like doing a work meal, late night work meal, because I'm just like,
Yeah.
I don't know, it's weird.
Yeah.
I ain't like doing that. But if I travel, I get the meals.
Yeah. They be penny pinching too. Like you be surprised. Like when I was doing Emmanuel's like fucking receipts and shit. Like what they call it again? Expense reports. Like she used to be like really be like making sure that everything was work related. Like,
because we have to we got to give like reasons for everything. So it's like not everybody's gonna understand. Like we had to meet with this director at this time. It might have been 1 a.m.
Yeah.
This might be their only availability. They might have just wrapped on set.
Facts.
And now like they're free for a couple minutes because we got to talk about like an upcoming video I need you to write on.
Yep.
So shit like that. You got to be just super on point with your receipts just in general.
Exactly.
Which helped me too. Because I know so when it's time for my own stuff, like I know like just keep my shit on point.
Exactly.
Stay on point.
So you take pictures of your receipts still to this day?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. Even if I normally don't lose them, but sometimes there's rare times when like I just won't be able to find some shit. It's like I just looked at my phone because of Manny. Looked at my phone and I can find the pictures of this shit.
Nah, word. So all right, so Drum. So from my recollection, I remember it was so much coming through, like because all right, video production department in a record label. From my perspective, once again, I interned for like about a year. So I kind of got a good understanding, but obviously Joe's here; he's the professional. But I'll give you my perspective. So you have like country videos, right? Is it? Pop?
I mean, so it's basically like pop, alternative, and then like urban, which is now like we call black music.
Yep. So you got like pop and alternative, like that. Would be handled by Phil, right?
Yeah.
So Phil, who's the SVP. Right, SVP of video production at Atlantic.
Yeah, you head now.
Yep. Oh, yep. So he'll handle the pop and the alternative videos, and Emmanuel and Joe would handle Emmanuel at the time. She's at Capitol now, but Emmanuel and Joe would handle the urban videos. But Emmanuel had it'd be 20, 30 videos coming damn near like a month. So she couldn't physically, as a commissioner, you have to be on set. For especially like the major artists, like the Meek Mills, the Trey Songz, those artists. So the commissioner would have to be on set, and Emmanuel couldn't physically be on set for everything. So it was like the next best thing was just let Joe do it. She kind of
she would still commission everything, but I would just probably go cover.
Yeah, okay.
So it's and then she keeps me involved in everything. So I know exactly what's happening, what's coming, who the director is, where we shooting at. What days we shooting, who the artist is, things like that. She keep me involved in everything, which is always great too. That's why I knew firsthand on a lot of shit.
Yep.
And people respect me off for the fact that she keeps me looped into everything.
Yep.
So that helped. And then
So from Drum, where was it next?
After Drum, who was next? Who was
I feel like you jumped in the frying pan. They gave you Meek, everybody.
Yeah, Meek happened just by chance. Because that was Manny's. Manny handled Meek, and I think I just covered Meek at one point. I covered him. Yeah, I covered him for the Liddy video, the him and Tory video. I covered it, and I think from there, I think he just requested me to come back. I don't know how true the story is, but I think he requested me to come back. But I think that's just off of the strength of Meek putting on young black dudes in general.
Yeah.
So I think just the fact that I was there covering. And I just let everybody rock for the most part, and then I'd speak up when I thought some shit was look kind of off or whatever. Mind you, never met this man before, but I was always on email with management and shit like that for a long time. So they knew my name and shit like that, but we finally got to meet and then being on set and shit like that. So I had covering Meek stuff, cause after that one, the very next video they looped me in, and I'm just hey this ain't.
I don't know if I'm supposed to be here.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm supposed to legit. That's really what it was. I don't know if I'm supposed to be here right now. And he was no. You good?
You on?
He said, yeah, you on. I was all right, bet. So,
that was crazy.
That shit was fire too.
Hell yeah.
Just seeing certain shit. We shot that in Miami. I think that was one of my not first times in Miami, but one of the first times to chill. I was in Miami.
Was that the joint where they was on the boats and the jet skis and shit?
No. That was
Glow Up.
shit. That was Glow. I wasn't there for Glow Up yet.
Right. But I know they came out like back to back.
Yeah.
Type shit.
Mm-hmm. Cause the Liddy shit was the one with the scammers. Like they got the storyline with the scammers.
Okay.
And then the Jet was behind them and shit like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I definitely remember that one.
And at this point, I think I had Cranium as well. I think at this point.
Oh, he was
Cranium
hot.
as well. Yeah. So this is my second time working with like Tory, because I'd done something in Toronto, not Toronto, in what's the other damn city in Canada that people always
Montreal.
Montreal, yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Which I don't know what they got in the water over there, but it looked like every girl is a model.
Really?
In Montreal, yeah. It looked
never
like every
been up
girl was
there.
was a damn model.
I'm scared to go to that border. I'm scared they're gonna turn me away.
You be good, man. just have your passport. Just be ready. Have your passport. You be straight. But yeah, I did that. And that was my first international video, even though it was right there.
Yeah.
But like that was the first time I got to fly for work out of the country.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so shit was dope.
So, you mentioned meat management. How important has like relationships like been for you? Like maintaining relationships, building relationships, forging relationships. How important is relationships in the music industry, and how has important relationships have been in your career?
I think it's very important. In terms of like, a lot of times I think people will get certain things based on obviously who you know.
Yep.
Sometimes. So it's like if you got certain relationships, you could probably hit somebody up and find out some info that obviously the general public's not gonna have privy to. So like, let's say there's a job or some shit, and I'm curious, like, yo, who's actually hiring for this or whatever? Like, people hit me up a lot of times too, like, yo, who's hiring for this? Is this your department, Joe? And I can give them the inside, like, yeah, you want to interview? All right, bet. If you want to interview, like, I'll hit Phil, like, yo, Phil, this person's trying to interview for this. And you can get the interview. On that point, now it's you to wow them.
Yep.
It's on you to do it. But yeah, it's very important, I think. I try to keep in touch with most people. I'm terrible at that, though. I try to keep in touch with a lot of people.
But you answer your phone though.
That's the thing.
That's one thing.
Yeah.
Like I might not hear from you, but anytime I call or email, like you know, you answer the phone.
Yeah,
like you never, like.
And people know sometimes even if I don't answer, like hit me again and I'll be like, oh shit, my fault.
Yeah, yep.
I missed this last one. But like that's one thing I always like try to do.
Cause your schedule is crazy. I can only imagine.
It's like sometimes I don't even post what city I'm in because I know once I post like, oh, I'm in LA, like if I post anything, like I'm gonna get a million calls.
They want to see you.
Like, oh, come link. Can I pull up the set and this and that? It's like, so sometimes I'll just be low key.
Yeah.
I'll pop up in the city. I won't say nothing to nobody. I'll just shoot and dip. Which I need to get better at too. But yeah, sometimes it's just I just don't have the bandwidth or the time. Or I legit need to sleep.
Yeah.
I get to my room and I just go to sleep. Like I'm not out in the club or nothing like that. Which is like a perk of the job. I could be doing that shit, but like I'll be tired like sometimes. Like I'll be like on 3 flights a week sometimes.
That's crazy.
It's like, yo, I need to sleep.
What your frequent fly miles looking like?
Now they not as good, but like because of COVID shit.
Yeah.
Before COVID, that's another great thing. Is like the way you can rack up all these points.
Facts.
For different things. It's just like at that point, like I was having like 120,000 miles on any given day.
That's
it's
crazy.
Because like even if I use some, I get it back with like 2 flights.
That's
I get back whatever I use in like 2-3 flights. So it's like I've definitely like used it for vacation.
That's crazy. Yeah, Manuel had her freaking fly miles was bananas.
Yeah, it's like my shit is only I think I'm down to like 50,000 miles now because I ain't been doing as much traveling as I used to.
Yep.
But it's still going up. Like now I'm getting back to regular flying around like how I used to. But yeah, use that hotel points, car rental points. It's like I went on vacation.
My son keeps something clean.
Listen, man. Yeah.
Every time you pull up, you got
I went on vacation
nice.
like last year, the year before. I probably paid out of pocket, no lie, $500 in total. I went to Puerto Rico. My rental car cost me like $13 in total because I used points. I only had to pay the taxes.
That's crazy.
My flight to Puerto Rico cost me $12.60 to go with 20,000 miles. And then my Airbnb was probably like $30 a night for a week. So like I spent like $500 or less in total.
That's crazy.
Because I'm using points, I'm using miles, like any little perk I can get.
That's crazy.
And the only reason I use the hotel points because like I like when I go to these cities, I like staying in Airbnbs to be like close to the locals.
Okay.
That's the only reason why I did Airbnbs.
I just kind of got the game on points and shit. Like I never knew about it till like one of the podcasts I be watching on YouTube put me on the points. I'm like, I never knew, like, you know, like, you points back, you don't cash back, all that weird shit. I'm like, I don't be thinking about that shit.
Because the problem is like, a lot of people don't travel enough to even really take advantage of that type of shit. But like the fact that I travel so much for work is like I can actually utilize this shit.
That's a
like,
fact.
I get 400 points per time I stay at like Intercontinental, and I racked up all the way to like 159,000 points. That's like hella nights of a stay. I think it's 400 points a night you get. So I'm like, for me to get 159,000 points, like I'm definitely there a lot. Yeah, You can use them just for personal or whatever. Yeah.
So back to relationships. Like, tell me about like once again why that's important. Like in the industry.
It's important because it'll help you. It'll help you get jobs. It'll help you keep jobs.
Yeah.
If people know that you're good at what you do, like you don't really got to worry. So even if you leave one place, having good relationships will get you in another spot.
Hell yeah.
Pretty quickly. So I think that's mainly why it's important.
Yeah. So what I'm thinking is like dealing with like artists, like obviously urban artists, like to have a relationship with them or their team, it's easy to get shit done.
Yeah.
Cause niggas be late. Like artists get bougie, they don't want to do shit.
Yeah.
Like it be shots we need to get that they be like, nah, like I'm over here with my man talking, we smoking some bitches, I'm chilling.
Yeah.
But the relationships that you have with the team is like
I can get realistic answers.
Facts.
Versus the industry. Oh, they 20 minutes away.
Yeah.
They 15 minutes away. I can like hit up a security guard who rode with somebody like, yo, bro, like how far are y'all from set? And he'll tell me like, yo, Joe, realistically, we be there in 57 minutes. Bet.
Cool.
Now I can plan accordingly versus like getting the general, oh, they 15 minutes away. Because now it's like here in 15 minutes versus here in 57.
Facts.
That determines whether or not I break everybody for lunch real quick.
Yeah.
And come back before the artist gets here. Or I can set this up. Or I'm going to just sit here waiting. Because if it's 15 minutes, I might be able to just sit and just wait.
Yeah.
Until they pull up. Versus trying to do something else. They pull up and now we scrambling because now we got to get this shot ready because they only giving us 2 hours.
Yeah.
Even though they was late. But definitely like it helps having those relationships with management and stuff like that.
And that's like a skill that people don't even like even think about. Like that us as black people that we bring to the table that labels don't even they should compensate us for that shit.
For real.
Like
cause like for real, like a lot of these artists I work with, especially like some of the new people that get signed, like you deal with dudes that's coming straight from the street. And shit like that. Like, they not used to no type of rules or regulations or, like, following any type of guidelines. So it's like, if they see someone that kind of look like them, that can kind of relate to what they talking about and look like, all right, I can listen to you. And we'll actually talk to them and, like, look them in their face. Like, not on no, like, timid shit. Like, yo, bro, you can't do this shit. Like,
facts.
If you're going to do it, you're going to have to blur everything.
Yeah.
You can't wear this. You can't do this. Like, we can't smoke in this location. We can't, like, they might still look at me crazy. Yeah. But at least they're going to listen to what I'm saying. Yeah.
Because they don't fuck with label people.
And then they'll decide if they want to listen or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, and then I think I don't really come across as a label person. Like, I'll pull up.
Exactly.
Yeah, so, like, when I'm on set, like, I'm really low-key. Like, the only time you're going to see me really jump forward is, like, if the artist look crazy in a certain moment, or if, like, I think something just looks stupid. Or if I just think of an idea that I think, oh, this might be dope. Like, yo, let's just get this shot right here. Yeah. Let's just do this real quick. Then I'll jump in. Or if the director, like, so sometimes I have directors who are, like, brand new, and they're just used to, like, just screaming to crew, like, hey, get this. But sometimes I got to calm people down. I'm like, yo, y'all might be cool and talk to each other like that, but we got an artist here. It's like, if they see you barking on people like that, you might be messing up potential other jobs for yourself.
That's a fact.
So it's like, I like to just go and talk to people on the side, like, yo, bro, you got to calm that down a little bit. Like, you looking nuts right now to the artist and the team. It's like, you could be dope at what you're doing, but if they know that every time they come on set, they're going to deal with this type of energy, it's like, it's not going to work. So, little shit like that.
Speaking of that, like, what's like some of the toughest videos like you had to pull off? Like the toughest. Like, can you speak on it? I don't know.
I mean, anything I give, I'll leave out the artist and all that shit.
All right.
Toughest video.
Like, once again, niggas is late. Niggas is wilding. Matter of fact, you kind of told me about something with some guns or some shit. Like,
oh yeah, we had good hits. Yeah.
Like, it be like.
There's been guns drawn. There's been guns drawn. There've been arguments. There've been like legit 2 gang meetups in a living room because people didn't realize that who we invited here was a rival to, even though they part of the same overall gang.
Yeah.
We didn't realize these 2 different areas got beef with each other.
Speaking of rivals and gangs, like you used to work with Nip, like
Yeah. That was
how was
fun.
that? I don't mean to get off topic, but let's talk about that.
This kind of fits into that too.
Yeah.
So the first time, so obviously Manny is like Nip's regular commissioner.
Yep.
But at the time, she was out on maternity leave with Lil Phoenix. Shout out to Phoenix.
Oh yeah, shout out to Phoenix.
So she's on maternity leave, so I ended up covering Nipsey stuff.
Yep.
For the whole Victory Lap stuff, and then she came back and then me and her did it together. So at this point, me and Nip got cool. So like he'd want us both on set at this point.
Yep.
So we on email, right? And Nip was like very involved in all his business. So like even if we shooting emails about videos and shit, he's on the email and he's responsive. So we on email and blah blah blah. It's time to shoot the Rap Niggas video, first video off the project.
Major.
So now I go to LA, right? So this whole trip was crazy. So I go to LA, I touch down to LA, right? For whatever reason, like Hertz is tripping. Like Hertz ain't got no cars. They try to give me this all red car, right? I'm just like, nah, this is not gonna work. Like I can't really give them no explanation. I'm just like, yo, this red car is not gonna work. I cannot drive this. I need some. Yeah, I need a regular car. So I ended up getting like a white Altima. So I'm like, all right, cool, a nice little neutral color, whatever, right? I'm not thinking now. I got on a damn polo shirt with like the blue and white stripes. Yeah, it's on my polo shirt. I'm just like,
they think you from us,
right? So now, mind you, I'm dolo. I'm alone. So like I pull up because like they give me the address, and at this point it's like it's Nip people kind of running the video and everything like
Facts.
that. So I'm a guest. I'm a guest in LA. This is like one of my first times in LA. It's like I pull up to 60s now, right? I'm there. I'm just sitting in the car. I'm like, nah, I can't sit in the car. These niggas gonna think like I'm out here plotting or whatever. Yeah. So I get out the car to show them like, yo, you can see my body. Like I'm just here. Yeah. I ain't bothering nobody. I'm chilling. Yeah. I don't see nobody I know at all yet.
No label people. No label nothing. People.
So I'm just standing there, I'm chilling. Then I see somebody that look exactly like Nip pull up. So I'm like, oh, this got to be his brother. So this is the first time. This is when I first met like Black Sam. Yeah. So like I dap him up, but nobody sees me dap him up. Yeah. So like I'm still, and mind you, there's like 50 of them over here. Right. Nobody sees me dap him up, and he don't really introduce me. And you got this
blue fucking shirt on.
Right. He can't introduce. He doesn't introduce me because like he busy. Like he getting shit ready. Mm-hmm. So like, which I expect. That's cool. So I'm still, So I'm still standing there. I'm just like, damn, I wish people would have saw me dap him up so they know I'm good.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Right? So I'm like, all right, let me chill. I'm still chilling by the car. And I'm seeing a couple eyes on me at this point now. Because they're like, who is this nigga?
Yeah, that's a fact.
Just standing over here. Like, nobody know him. He's standing there, so I'm seeing
and
a couple
whispers.
whispers.
He just got signed, so it's like they not used to label people.
So like, it's just a couple people just look at it, and I see them whispering to each other. I'm like, oh boy. Then I see a car pull up. I'll leave what type of car it is because that's it. That was Nip car. Car pull up, and it's like, certain cars pull up, it got to be an artist.
Yeah.
Right? So he pull up, and he get out, and now he walk into all the homies and shit like that. So now I start walking, because I see Nip. Right? So I start walking, I see niggas looking like, yo, what's he doing? So like, at this point, like, I'm on like, yo, I got to let them know, like, I'm legit. So I yell out to Nip, and he turned around, and like, real stand-up dude. So he turned around, and like, what's up? And I'm like, yo, Joe Boyd from the emails. From the label, from Atlantic, Joe Boyd from the email. So he's like, oh yeah. So he's like, oh, what's up? So he dapped me up and shit, right? Walks me inside to all of these dudes, right? Because we in like a little alleyway, somebody crib. So he walked me, he stopped everybody, tell everybody to be quiet. Yo, everybody, this is family right here. This is label. This is Joe Boyd's family. Make sure he's straight. So I'm just like, yo, he ain't had to do that.
That's crazy.
But like the fact that he stopped everybody to make sure that they knew, like, yo, look at his face. Like he's good. Like anything he needs, he's good.
I would have pulled out my blue flag.
Like, yo, I tell you, like, when I felt at ease.
Yeah, I
could finally did that because, like, them eyes that was on me, I'm just like, yo, don't nobody know me. I'm here wild and I'm by myself.
You got this blue shirt on.
Yeah, this damn striped blue shirt on. I'm just like, yo, they gonna
everything means something out there. Oh, you got polo on? Or you must be from Hoover.
Listen, man, yo. You could be wearing the randomest regular shit. What you wearing?
Yeah. It means like they got a meaning for every fucking thing out there. Like,
so I'm like, yo, thank God he did that. Yeah. And I'm from Brooklyn too, so I'm just like, yo, what if they just don't like Brooklyn niggas? In Brooklyn? Yeah. So that day, so I wasn't there for the New York shots, so I missed the whole Brooklyn when he was out there shooting that part. So I was shooting some other shit in LA too.
Okay.
So, but yeah, the fact that he did that shit was like lit, and then from there, like it was just cool. Like no matter what, if I run into him at an event, let's say he doing an event, and I'm outside and he pull up, he like legit make sure I get inside.
That's a
He'll
fact.
tell them like, yo, he's good, and whoever he pulls up with is good. Whoever he wants in is good.
That's major.
Like, he stood there one time and made sure I got like a gold wristband or whatever. And I was like, yo, I'm gonna need 3 more for my people. He's like, yo, make sure he's good.
That was that club night you told me about.
That was what event was? I forget what event that was for.
Yeah, you told me about that was at a club one night.
He and it's like I got
strip
my
club, I think. Matter of fact.
Oh, that was a different time. That was for like the album release, and that he showed mad love on that shit too, because like I get to the hotel, he like, yo, everybody leaving from here, so we get to the Waldorf, however you say it, the Waldorf Astoria, right in Beverly Hills, yeah. Okay. So we get there, and I'm like, I don't know none of these people still, other than like dapping them up a couple times. So like Nip makes sure like, all right, yo, Joe, you rolling with him. Tells his homie, make sure he's good. So I'm in the rolls with 2 of his homies, like, and they like legit making sure I'm straight the whole night. So we in the strip club, right? We in the strip club, and I'm just like, that nigga's not about to outshine me. Right? It was like a Friday night, and we had just got paid. So mind you, I ain't even making bread like this. I'm like, nah. I go to ATM, pull out 500.
You went for it.
I'm like, yo, I need the singles just so my shit look. But so like, she come to me with a stack like this. I'm like, yeah, I'm standing in the VIP, so I got my little stack to you. I can throw what y'all want. Yeah, but this is mine. So I'm here throwing my little shit, and then mind you, I'm throwing it, and it's like, this is my first time in like a LA strip club.
I never even knew LA had strip club.
Feel me? Like I'm in that shit. What is it? Ace of Diamonds, I think it's called. We in LA in the strip club, mind you. I'm so into these strippers. I'm missing that all these niggas left. All these niggas. So I turn around like the whole section empty.
That's crazy.
Right? And then I'm like, damn, I get outside. I'm thinking I'm going to have to Uber some shit. I get outside, and the 2 homies that he told to watch me, was like, damn, yo, we've been looking for you. I'm like, say they really outside waiting for me to get outside.
With the rolls?
With the rolls. And then we pull off, and then they bring me back to the hotel. And then I go back to my hotel. I'm just like,
that's crazy.
Little solid shit like that.
That's crazy. Mm-hmm. So what's like some of like the easiest, like your best videos like you had?
For sure, the Going Bad with Meek and Drake. Only because like what it meant for like.
Where y'all shot that?
We shot that in LA.
That shit was major.
Yeah, because that was the first video of them like back together after the whole
that's a fact.
beef shit. So that was dope. We had a bunch of cameos. Everybody pulled up over the strength.
How the entourages was on that set?
It was chill. Because like I think they was probably cool before that, and that was just the first. The whole world knowing that we cool again type shit.
How was Drake like, team? Like did he want a lot of shit?
No, they pretty chill. They pretty easy to work. They move like real like business. Yeah. It's like, yo, we need this. Mm-hmm. We need this. We'll be here at this time. And like just pulled up, got it knocked out and everything like that. And even on that set, the first cameo to pull up was Nip. Like just on point. I gave him a time. He pulled up at that time, came out. We talked to him like, Nip, this is what you gonna be doing. Him, he was the first one. Him and like then Swiss pulled up, so both of them pulled up, did their cameos. That's amazing. And then they was just chilling, and then it was out. So it was like nice little chill, quick shit. But yeah, a lot of people showed up because they just knew like what that shit was gonna mean. Just for hip hop in general. Like, all right, these 2 is talking again. First music video, this is gonna be a major look. So like,
how was the budget for that? Like, how does that work? Like when an artist from another label, Drake is from Universal, you guys are Warner. Like, how does that work? Like, do they like you guys foot the whole bill for it because it's your artist? Yeah. Mm-hmm. If it's our artist, we take care of that.
All
his like everything he want. Like
like and we try to like do which kind of I learned from Manny too. Like it's better to just offer an artist like one all in number, or else you're gonna end up paying for like a million different things.
Yeah.
So versus paying like somebody like $20,000, you can just pay them $20,000 and just call it whatever they want to do with that money and figure it out. Get their stylist and all this other shit they could do. But if you say you're going to pay for everything now, the stylist alone might be like $15,000. Then they want car service. Then they want flights. Then they want this and that. Next thing you know, you're spending like $40,000, $50,000.
Facts, yeah.
Versus just saying like, just agreeing to like, look, it's $20 for you. If you go over that, that's your problem. But we paying you $20. Mm-hmm.
Did y'all have any product placement in that joint?
And Going Bad?
Yeah.
Nah.
How important is product placement?
We had Ace, but like,
do they
not real placement on that. That was just like, they just got relationships, so like certain things we can get away with too because artists got relationships. So I could just hit certain people like, like if it's like Bel Air or some shit like that. Yeah, like, oh, we got a music video and they showing Bel Air. Like, are we good to just leave it unblurred? And they'll just hit me back like, yeah, Joe, it's fine. Yep. You don't have to blur it, and shit like that.
How important is product placement? Like, to offset some of the costs associated with these music videos.
It really just depends on, I guess, who the artist is.
Because a lot of times, you handle that, or is it another department?
There's a whole brands team. Like,
okay,
I'll probably email the brands team like, hey. We're short by like XYZ amount. Are you guys able to find us something? It's obviously a lot easier for like more established artists.
Yep.
But our smaller artists don't. It's not always as easy.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have a whole brands team that handles that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Create deals for artists outside of just music videos too. So. Mm-hmm.
So like, what's like some changes that you've seen? Like, so like, all right, so you've been in once again like going on damn near 8 years probably.
Yeah, good.
Right?
7 years.
Seven?
January,
Right.
7 years. Yeah.
Okay, 7. So like what's like the changes that you've seen? Like notable changes in the industry and video and music in general.
Well, I think I guess more of the changes now. Well, I guess are really more COVID related.
That shit makes you uncomfortable.
Yeah,
huh?
it's like. Yeah, I mean, I'm good. Like, I'm down to take the. I'm even vaccinated, so
Yep.
I'm down to take the whole. Even when they told us we couldn't really travel, like, I was down to just travel. Like, yo, just let me go.
Still, yeah.
Just let me go.
Yeah.
Like, I'm down to take the risk. I'll be careful because I feel like, yo, if you're a genuinely cleanly person and you wash your hands and you're not out here licking the floor,
Facts.
like, you'll be fine for the most part.
But that shit kind of like tore up like video shoots, like right, like COVID,
Because
like,
March. So I'm used to being on a flight, like at least one flight a week type shit, right? So when March hit, when they shut everything down, or like really February, so it was like the ending of February. So I landed back from I think LA or Atlanta. I had landed and like 2 days later everything got shut down, and then I didn't fly again until August, and they only flew me to LA because it was like a major video.
That's crazy.
It's like any smaller stuff, like artists were just shooting stuff on their own. Because at that point, like the label just didn't feel safe sending out employees, to do shit. So,
but like now, like, cause I've been on set with you since I've been in Atlanta, and like you was like, yo, man, come at this time because they got COVID testing. Like, that shit just be like,
it's a different thing.
It kind of hold a lot of like slow y'all up and kind of like throw y'all time and
slow
all.
us up, and then the worst thing is like God forbid the artist ends up having COVID, your whole shoot down the drain.
Yeah.
And it's like there's no insurance for that. So just like you already know you taking this risk going to even trying to shoot some shit with that potential. So it's like if the artist gets found to have COVID, like we can't claim that on insurance. It's like you knew better than to try and shoot a video in the middle of COVID. So it's like if the artist gets COVID, we can't shoot shit. Unless it's like a B-roll heavy video, we could shoot all this other shit. But maybe like we just shoot artist performances a few weeks later. If they recover and shit like that, but yeah, that's really just money down the drain. Thank God this hasn't happened on any of my videos yet.
Nah, facts.
But yeah, that's always a risk.
7 years in, like, what's some of your favorite directors like that you work with thus far?
Some of my favorite directors. Y'all better pay me for this plug too. No, I'm just playing. But like Mike Garcia.
Okay.
Ozzy Scott.
Okay.
Damian Sandoval.
Okay.
LA. Well, Damian Sandoval. So let me go back to the cities that they're based in. So Mike Garcia, based in Miami. Ozzy Scott, based in New York, which is funny. I thought he was based in Atlanta.
Okay.
So I'd only send him Atlanta tracks to write on until he just pulled up on me one day in New York. I was like, "You live out here?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Damn, yo, all this time I ain't send you nothing for New York because I thought you lived in Atlanta." Damian Sandoval, that's my guy. He's in LA, and like his old rep just randomly cold emailed me on LinkedIn one time. And the shit was fire.
That's crazy.
So I hit him, and then like our first video out the gate, which is crazy. Like I think that was his first video with Atlantic, and first one working with me and shit. Out the gate, we did like a 70K video.
That's crazy.
So it's like at that point, it's kind of like
you set the tone for him, like
and you gotta have trust. The building gotta have trust in you to like believe. Because at this point, it's like I'm just saying like, yo, this idea is dope. This idea is dope, and it's like to try somebody brand new. Well, he's been directing, but like to try somebody brand new for the first time for us and 70 out the
70,000. That's a lot.
It's like it's like you really like.
So you pretty much like kind of got him started, pretty much.
I wouldn't even say get him started, but like,
but on
like,
the label end, right?
I guess so. I guess could say that, yeah. And I'm a little competitive like that too. Like I want to be the first one to try somebody new, and then if they kill that shit, it's like damn, yo, Joe was the first one.
Yeah.
But if they fuck up, then it's like
That's
damn, Joe, that was Joe's fault.
That's a fact.
So it's like, but I'm down. I'm down with that pressure. Like I don't mind it at all.
What about Ben Mark? You fuck with Ben Mark?
He's wrote on a couple things for me. I haven't got to work with him yet at all.
He been shooting a lot of money bag yo shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't met him in person yet, and haven't gotten to work with him yet.
Okay.
But he seemed cool.
What other directors?
Edgar Estevez.
Where he at?
He's cool. Blank Square Productions. He owns that.
Okay.
Then Christian, I always mess up his last name. Bruceler. Yo, forgive me, Christian. Like, forgive me. But like he did the boxing video for Ferrati.
Okay.
And
That was a big one.
Yeah,
for
he's killing.
that was a big
He's
one.
killing everything now. He got his own production company now. I think it's called the Lucky Bastards. But he's like murdering shit. Like
Okay.
he's doing a bunch of the Tory stuff now that's coming out.
Okay.
He did The Weeknd recently. He did a couple Doja Cat videos, I think.
Okay.
He just did the crazy ass Nas X video.
Oh,
The prison
yeah,
shit.
the one that got Boosie
that
kicked.
wild, yeah, right.
That got Boosie kicked off Instagram.
Yeah, like the thing is, like, it's a fire video. Like, it ain't shit for
Yeah,
me really,
I
but
ain't
like,
watch it.
it's a fire. I ain't watched the devil one. The devil
Yeah,
shit, like, I'm
I
like,
ain't
nah,
watch
I'm
it.
good on that one. But that one, that is a fire video,
Okay.
like with him and Jack Harlow.
Okay.
Yeah, so he killed that shit. Who else? Director wise,
What's some new guys like coming up that you like diamond in the rough, like that you want to kind of help bring along?
let me see.
It's hard to find new talent. Like
It really is.
like
But what helps too is having somebody dope, like a dope assistant.
Mm-hmm.
Because my assistant Lauren, like sometimes she'll put me on the people. Like she'll DM me and send me somebody from IG.
shout out to Lauren.
Shout out to Lauren, who's like somebody on IG who's fire. Then
That's
a
we
lot of
need
people.
more of that. Like we need more of that. Like
Mhm.
and we definitely need to be more empowering. Like our, like team to bring more of that energy
bring
to
more
the table.
shit. I be telling her sometimes, like even when we soliciting for treatments, sometimes I just tell her like, hey, these are the 10 people I want to reach out to. But if you have any others that you want to reach out to, feel free. Just keep me on copy. Just feel free. And that's what Manny used to do to me too. It's like, Joe, if you got some people you want to reach out to, go ahead. Just keep her in the loop so she knows
Exactly.
So we know, and then we can both review the treatment and see if anything is good that came out of it. Who else? Damn, I feel bad not including some names because I know some people hit me like, damn, nigga, you couldn't include my name too. Who else? Ava Ricky. We just worked with her for a Bree Steve's video. She's dope.
Where's she from?
I think she's like bi-coastal between New York and LA, but I think based in New York mainly.
I want to see more female directors.
Yeah,
that's something.
there's a bunch. There's a girl named B Sargent.
Okay.
Or B Surgeon. Please, Lord, tell me I didn't mess up her name. But B Sargent, yeah, she's dope too. Like she's wrote on a few things for me.
Okay.
Hasn't landed a job with me yet, but like it's coming. Like,
Yeah,
and with me, like people know, like if I promise you, like yo, we gonna get to work soon. Keep hitting me. Even if I don't hit you, keep hitting me.
Yeah.
And at some point, I'm gonna lock in a job with you.
That's a fact.
Cause like that's even with me and Damien. It's like I told him like, yo, we gonna work. He wrote me some fire shit
Damien,
for like
was it with the
Sandoval.
Okay, all right.
So like he wrote me some fire shit. Kept writing me fire shit for like a year and a half, and we finally locked one in. So it's like people know like yo, if I say like yo, we gonna work at some point, like I'm gonna make sure that shit happens. It might take a while, so don't get discouraged.
That's
but
a fact.
But it'll happen.
What about some like super like professional production companies? Like any notable mentions?
So Fat King Films.
Okay, who that?
That's like run by like my boy Omar Reynoso.
Okay, what they
and New York based.
Okay,
and Zolo, they own that together. And like literally, like if Omar's producing my job, I don't gotta worry.
You ain't even gotta go.
I mean, I don't gotta worry at all. It's just like it's easy shit.
Yeah.
Same with like out here, like with David Kim and Trey Native.
Fact.
Like if they doing some shit and they just got back into music videos.
Yeah, I came down here. I moved to Atlanta one time to work with them.
Yeah.
So I was staying with them for a couple weeks.
Yeah, there's certain people like I just legit don't have to worry about when I know that
I gotta hit
people
David
are
up.
producing like my job. It's like
Yeah.
if David is handling it, his production got Trey Native.
Is Brian still over there with him? Right, Brandon.
Oh, I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
you know what I'm talking about,
Yeah,
right?
I know
It's
you're talking about.
they're like partners.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's still over there. But like when they producing some shit, like I don't have to worry.
Yeah, nah,
when Fat King Films is doing something, I don't have to worry. When Mike Garcia's team is doing something, I don't gotta worry. Like there's certain directors who I just don't.
Yeah.
Certain directors of production companies or producers,
Yeah.
I legit don't have to worry about. If you brand new, I might ask you some questions. That's like,
What about Kareem?
Reem for sure.
You
but
gotta
Reem
worry
also-
about his shit.
Nah.
Shout out to Kareem. Kareem Johnson, man. I can't wait to get you on here.
Mm-hmm. Because Kareem got his own production company now, but I haven't been able to use it yet.
Okay.
And he also like freelances commissions with us too.
Yep.
So because like our roster is so crazy, and it's only but so much of us.
Yeah.
So like he handles a few too on the roster. And like Kareem is dope too. Like that's another OG and the shit that I met through Manny.
Hell yeah.
So it's just like
he threw me a couple plays too.
Yeah, and like giving some game just on like regular simple shit.
Fact.
And shout out to him too because I got them tickets
What tickets?
For the Versus, the New York Versus.
Or the Dipset shit?
Yeah.
From Kareem?
Yeah, came from Kareem, yeah.
That's crazy.
My homegirl Leah, she's a producer in LA too.
He knows everybody too.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy.
She a producer in LA, and she came to New York because she was going to get into the Versus shit. And then some shit happened like last minute. We didn't get the tickets. So she hit Reem. I saw Reem post early in the day. And he had 2 tickets. So I told her, like, yo, hit Kareem. Kareem blessed us. It was some fire-ass tickets.
That's crazy.
Like, right there, like, yo. And that was a night. That was one of them nights you just had to be in the building to really
crazy.
feel that energy.
Yeah. No,
that shit was crazy.
I got in trouble, like, with my building.
Yeah.
I was blasting that shit so loud. I almost got a fine for that shit.
Damn,
I couldn't imagine.
Yeah, it was crazy that night. And COVID was definitely lurking. So, like, the other, like Fat Joe said, COVID was in that bitch. So, it's like, when in LA, I had to take a COVID test, like, on Tuesday or some shit. Yeah, on Tuesday, I had to take a COVID test.
You was nervous?
I was nervous. That was the first time I had to take a COVID test, and I was nervous. So, it's like, I'm waiting for the results, and I'm just like, yo, please. Because I knew I was wilding by even being in that building for that shit.
Yeah.
Yo,
But
please.
that's something like you I wouldn't have been, like, I wish I could have went like to that shit. I'd have flew back to New York for that one.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
Shit.
But that shit came out negative, and I was like, yes.
Perfect.
I'm good.
All right, so you started your own company.
Yeah, so I got my little
Tell me about that.
commission by Boyd. The
Facts.
camera for the shameless plug.
Yeah, I like
Commission
that.
the Zoom.
Oh yeah.
The commission by
Yeah,
Boyd.
they trying to say party. They trying to say you stole that orange hat from Party St. Fontaine.
It was crazy.
Somebody
I might have.
started doing it first.
I might have. It was party. It was definitely party.
Between one of y'all, like I know y'all for them damn orange hats.
Because matter of fact, the orange hat that I had on that you always saw me in was from a party event.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, it was like, but it's like longer, so I just like rolled it up
Yeah.
and made it into a little Scully. So like people just always see me on set with that shit. So what I'm known for is my Scully and my book bag.
Yeah, facts.
Like all the time when people see me, like, they see me out the book bag, yo, Joe, where your book bag at? I'm like, yo, I'm not working today.
Yeah.
I just always have it on me, and that shit only got keep papers in there, like nothing really.
Yeah.
But yeah, the company is commissioned by Boyd. That's the website as well. And that really just came about from me always being on set and people always giving me like merch to wear. And then what I didn't realize is like I should have really been charging people because I would wear their merch.
Facts.
Just not even knowing and just be
Yeah.
oblivious to being in like behind the scenes photos
Yep.
next to artists.
Yep.
Next thing you know, on their website,
It's you.
I'm there, it's me. And it's looking like the artist is giving a cosign to
The
their shit.
poster
I'm just
child.
like, yo, people really like, and mind you, I'm not even mad at them.
Yeah,
Like, yo,
yeah.
get your hustle on, like, do your stuff. I don't mind wearing people's stuff, but I'm just like, yo, I could be wearing my own shit too.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yep.
And being on set. So I'm just like, so after a while, I'm just like, yo, commissioned by Boyd. So I went and LLC'd it, which
Major.
my people's got on me too because
Major.
I had this shit all made and everything like that, and I didn't LLC my company. So they was laughing at me one night, like, nigga, like, how you got a company and you selling merch and you didn't LLC your shit?
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh, damn, you know what? Good point. LLC'd it, got it going, got the website going. So I have every video that I've commissioned that I can remember at least. Every video I commissioned and all the recent stuff I just upload. I just keep uploading it. That's on there. I have a section for like video of the week.
Okay.
Where artists can come and they can pay like $250.
Okay.
And I put your video up there and host it for a week.
Okay.
So if you're a director or an artist or you just want to show off some type of visuals that you did for a week, $250, I feel like that's a reasonable price.
That's super
for the
decent.
week.
Especially like giving your contact list. Like,
Yeah. So it's just like
That's what you really paying for. Like,
so it's like I could put you up on there. And I have a little merch section we can get. So right now I only have black and white tees and black, white, orange, and navy blue or like royal blue Scullies. So right now I'm gonna be working on dad hats or like little trucker hats. This ain't my brand, but I picked this up in LA like yesterday.
yeah, he only got that on because he lost the one he got from me.
Yo, the one he gave me, it's like that store was crazy because I was getting in the damn. So it was my homegirl.
You said you was in a boat or some shit?
Nah, I was I was at my homegirl's birthday party, right?
Yeah.
I was at my homegirl's. Shout out to Margie Marge. I was at my homegirl's birthday party, and I'll be getting in the car to leave, and I got the hat sitting like this. So I get in the car, hit my head, the hat fall off, and mind you, I'm avoiding some vomit on the floor.
Yeah.
Stepping in the car crazy. Hit my head,
That
the
shit-
shit fall off, fall right in the vomit.
Oh man.
I'm like, yo, somebody tried to pick it up my hand. I'm like, I'm not wearing that again.
That was the
like,
Love Hard
I left
joint.
that shit on the floor. I'm like, I'm not even picking that up.
Oh,
like, nah, that's not hit you the next day. Like, yo, you got more than shits?
I definitely like, and you really inspired me to get more. 'Cause I wasn't gonna get more, but
Listen,
I'm like, nah, I like.
I had it so fire. Like, I legit wore it anytime I had on all black. I wore
Nah,
it.
that's a fact. I seen you in a couple pictures with that joint. That's a fact.
And I'm just like, damn, yo. When that shit fell, like, I was like, yo, my heart was hurting. And my hair wasn't even cut either. So I'm just like, now I gotta go home with no haircut, no hat, and one of my damn pins, the pins that I be giving people when they orders from me.
Yep.
One of my pins is on my hat, so I lost a pin with my company shit on there and the hat. But shit was crazy.
So commissioned by Boyd. Tell me more, a little bit more. What's next for the company?
So I mean, I'm gonna try to sell some more merch. I'm definitely gonna keep adding more videos once I commission shit. I think at some point I'm gonna try and make it into like a production company.
Okay.
There's another production company name I want to use as well.
Okay.
But I'm not gonna say it because obviously somebody gonna go grab that shit. But yeah, eventually I think I want to turn it into a production company that's kind of like self-sufficient. So it's like commissioned by Boyd. I could just hire a producer. Here go producer's job running through commissioned by Boyd.
Yep. That'll be fire.
And keep shit moving. But for now, as of now, it's just a platform to like, if you want to highlight your video, let me know. I can get your video on the site. Want to get some merch? I'm gonna get to a new color soon. Add some more merchandise to it. Go buy yourself something.
Yeah, I'm definitely.
And it's like good quality stuff.
Yeah,
like
that
people that get
definitely
it,
butter.
people that get it all love it. So
Yeah.
and I'm real particular. Like and it's embroidered. So
Yeah.
I want when you put it on, it to just feel like a regular ass polo. Like,
Yeah.
Not no giant logo all over it to where like if you're going outside, damn, I gotta like wear this whole logo.
Yeah.
The back is blank.
Yeah.
It's just literally just this. So like a little
like
polo. It's a little bigger than polo sign, obviously, but
I like that.
yeah, something simple. Like if you're going to the gym, you can throw this on. If you're going to the store, you can throw this on. If you
That's
just
good
going out,
airport vibes too.
Yeah.
Because you want to be clean in the airport, like
even if you're going to the club and you're just trying to throw on a tee, you're not trying to get too crazy. Throw this on, throw a little chain on. You look neat.
Yeah, I like stuff like that because like it's like people gonna be like, "What the fuck is that?"
Exactly.
And then I get the get the
That's what
plug
it
in.
always turns into. Because like, yo,
shit.
how you get this image? And shout out to Edgar. Edgar's sister. She drew a picture. This is like a real picture of me.
That's crazy.
And she's like cartooned it for me.
Nah, I love that logo. That joint fire.
Yeah, and then from there, shout out to Leah, producer in LA. Her daughter colored it in for me. So like she colored it in for me perfect. All I did was just add the name underneath.
Major.
And then I put it to a little what you call it? So one of them companies online to embroider, make shirts and shit.
Yep.
And they gave it to me like I loved it.
That joint
The
fire.
material of the shirts is so fire, like it fits right. So yeah, it's all good. It just worked out.
I fuck with it. 7 years in, what's next?
I mean, shit, who knows? More videos for now. At some point, I'm probably gonna get into like commercials or movies or something like that.
That's a
Down
whole
the
nother
road.
bag, right?
Yeah, and that's like down the road.
Yeah.
I feel like once I get to a certain age, people not really, or these young artists not really gonna really care too much what the hell I'm talking about video wise. It's like, yo, dude, like, what you trying to tell me this for? Like, I know it's cool. It's like, which I respect. Like, if I'm like 50 or 60, I don't think no young artist, no 18, 19-year-olds really gonna care too much about what I'm trying to tell them about video.
Yeah,
they might like my taste and shit in my eye, but other than that, I can't relate to them. I just look like just the old head.
Yeah.
So it's like at that point,
on set.
yeah. So at that point, I feel like I can move into like commercials and movies.
Yeah.
And with that, and I think in that film, I can like somebody can hit me with scripts. Which some of my people do hit me with scripts, and it's like at this point, I can like try to link you with somebody.
That
like,
corporate money.
Yeah, like here's a script. Like, yo, I think this person is dope, and I get my little percentage off or whatever,
Facts.
whatever is like signed on to
Yeah.
make movies or like TV series and shit like that. So
I could definitely see you somewhere like in some random ass city in a cut, just mad low, just catching hella plays, like
just chilling,
just eating off the percentages, like just
chilling,
plugging
just minding
shit.
my business.
Yeah, facts.
And at that point, if I could do that, then I'm gonna just get back into my alien bag.
Yeah.
I just be sitting around like reading on aliens and
Really?
watching shit. Yeah, I feel like if I wasn't doing music shit,
You believe in them?
yeah, if I wasn't doing music shit, I'd probably be like watching every alien documentary and trying to find shit out. I ain't
I'm
even
about my
bullshit
business
you.
on aliens.
Nah, yeah,
You see the latest UFO shit? They
yeah,
been
I be
pumping.
watching that shit. Yeah, 'cause my thing is like, yo, this universe too big for us to be the only lucky motherfuckers.
No, that's a fact.
Like, we just lucky enough to be on the one planet that whole.
Oh, you agree?
That whole life is like, come on now.
I'm glad
Like,
y'all
this shit
together, man. Y'all can link up with that shit.
Like, it's too what? This shit too big to be the only lucky people to be here.
I'm not saying they ain't real. I just don't care to find out.
Okay,
Type
okay,
shit.
okay.
Like, certain shit I just leave alone. Like it's like voodoo.
Yeah.
Shit.
Oh, yeah, I stay away from that.
Like shit. I'm not saying it's wrong. Like or I just don't fuck with it.
I feel you. Like the only thing that I'm just skeptical on is like how they actually look. I feel like there's multiple versions. It could be like aliens walking amongst people right now.
Yo, Men in Black fucked me up when I was younger.
Yeah.
That shit fucked me up. Men in Black, because it was like, they was regular people, and it's like, yo, this shit could really, and as a kid, it's like, yo, this shit really probably real.
And you got to think, too, like, how I look at it is, like, anything that is written about or talked about comes from some type of truth.
Facts.
So it's like, it could be like 10% truth and a 90% made up.
Yeah.
But something in that is some truth to it. Like how people be saying like these flying saucers and shit like that. But then you see videos and then like there's that could be doctored too.
Yeah.
But they showing shit that looks somewhat like a little disc, which is where people probably got that whole guesstimation from. And how they always make an alien like a big ass head with big ass eyes. It's like somebody somewhere probably saw some shit that they thought was real or was real, and that shit just kept. Because like no matter what you talk to or who you talk to, everybody got the same type of idea of like what an alien's supposed to look like.
Yeah.
So it's like
we're gonna be fucked up when we find out.
Listen, yeah. I'm waiting for that day. I'm just like, yeah.
They not gonna look like them niggas from Toy Story.
Right.
I tell you that.
Right. Or the Mars Attacks niggas.
Yo. So like give me something for the road, something for somebody who wanna get in the music industry. Maybe like it might be a director, somebody who want to get into producing, writing, maybe, or just the industry in general. Like, you know, what kind of tips would you give them?
I mean, definitely keep grinding. Like, that's a terrible ass answer. Niggas probably heard that shit 1,000 times.
That's
keep
a fact.
grinding.
Because once again, like, look at your story. Like, you know, like,
I get that's part of it too. Like, there is no set way to get in.
Yeah.
So it's like, you might do one thing and think you kind of and you could be dope at that one thing. Stick to it, and you should be able to finesse your way inside at some point. Like, use what you have and figure it out.
Hell yeah.
If you went to school for like me, for finance, and you want to be in the industry, try to get in by doing what you can. Like, so just, that's the best,
Yeah, I appreciate it. Appreciate you. Appreciate you for pulling up.
All good.
Definitely
some trash ass advice.
That's some trash. We gonna get it back on the next one though.
Yeah.
Yo, listen, Joe, my guy, appreciate you 110%. Forever
All
love.
good.
Yo, this your boy 45, Purple Label Young. This is 10 Days True Story. We logging out.
The coke cheaper, the flow ether. Feel like Broadway 9-7 coming out the speaker. Talking blue jeans, scheme type of drug money. Cross the street from City College, D's ran a plug from me. Chinese spot, waiting on Poppy. Full wings, whole thing, about to cook it and chop it. Quick stop to the baggy spot, right by the Iron Horse. Then put Suge in a cab and send her up north. Oh, what a feeling when it touched down. Pull up on a block, free samples of that bust down. Fiend says a 9, maybe 10, but it's the best thing smoke. I hop out, you break fast or get your egg cracked open.